Hello everyone, this is Chris of Monkey Media. We have something very special in this video, an exclusive interview with Ross Bagdasarian and Janice Karman, the owners of Alvin and the Chipmunks. Now, this interview took quite some effort to pull off, and we were kind of delayed on a few times we were supposed to do it, but eventually we were able to get around to it, and as you know, they are very busy people, and we were even almost late to this one, which is referenced to in the video. But regardless, we managed, and everything went well, and here it is, so enjoy.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Sorry we're so late.
Well, you know, just unfortunately, we have a short period of time, so I'm sure the 3 minutes that we have together is going to be really worthwhile.
Really eventful, yeah. Right, we just get straight to it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, the first question is, what is your favorite episode of Alvin and why?
Well, for me, I love so many of the shows, not just because I'm Alvin, but Independence Day. I love the fact that the boys are trying to have their own place where Dave is not in charge of them. That seems like a show that I think a lot of kids can relate to. There's some other wonderful shows like Suck Toad, where Brittany is so concerned about how she looks, but then realizes that
there are more important things in the world.
As hard as that is for her to believe.
But what are your favorites? I like shows that have some kind of message that isn't pounding people over the head with it, but says something positive about where we could go in our society. And I also like shows that are just that are just funny. But what are your favorites? Do you have any favorites?
I love the question.
It is a hard question, that one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a very hard question.
But I'll tell you, one of the things that I really love about this show is that it deals with family situations that you really can relate to, whether it's the sibling rivalry, the boys aren't getting along,
like picking favorites, or
playing favorites is another one that where Alvin is pretty sure that Simon is Dave's favorite, so he and Theodore are bound and determined to make Dave proud of them too. There's so many of those shows where I think parents and kids can relate to kind of the universal theme of those things, and I think it's an opportunity in hopefully a fun and entertaining way to deal with things about taking responsibility and doing the right thing, even though sometimes the right thing is so hard, and no one wants to start their day off doing the right thing. But I think the value to not just them but the world around them is helpful. And then sometimes just funny shows with great songs are really great to do.
We're excited about the shows coming up for season 5. I think the shows are we're working just to make them better and better.
But in season 4, there's going to be a Christmas show coming up that Janice did.
What's up, guys?
That it's going to be a full half-hour show, and I think it's really looking good. It probably, I would love to say it's for this Christmas, but it won't be, because the process of doing these shows it takes so long. It's about 9 months from a beginning idea that Janice or Michael or Vanessa might have to actually watching it on television. So the Christmas show that's a double episode won't be out till next Christmas, but it is really fun and I think very special. And I can say that because I'm just the typist.
Yeah, I prefer he not say that, because I like to set the bar lower.
But I have to tell you, I think the typing put it over the top.
Yes, Ross does the typing.
Well, I'm very excited to hear about it.
Christmas is my favorite holiday. I can't wait.
Oh, good. Well, I think you'll like this, even though Janice doesn't want me to say that.
We're very excited to see it. We're all very excited to see it.
Good.
Definitely.
And you know, another thing, and you guys, you may know this, but you know, when you're trying to also not only do 52 episodes in a season and keep them as engaging and interesting as they can be, it just takes an enormous amount of time to do that. And also, we're trying to put a really each of these episodes. And as you might know, we put out an album a few weeks ago and have started to put up at least a couple of little music videos from it. And I also really love the fact that so many of the talented songwriters that we work with are really doing such cool songs. And if you get a chance, I think we're uploading another one later on today, Busy as a Bee.
I like that episode because it's about
it's a really good episode.
Yeah. And it's about the importance of bees, and without their pollination, there's an enormous amount of food that we just wouldn't have available.
So are those songs written based on the stories that have been written?
Absolutely. These absolutely original songs done specifically for each episode. And as you know, like we're going to be doing 5 seasons of shows. We're delivering, probably the second half of the 4th season right now. But 5 seasons of shows is, 260 original songs. So imagine the workload for that, as well as obviously the shows themselves. And so for us,
we have no life.
Yeah.
We have no life but this. We just want
most of us don't have a life either.
We try to.
Speaking of after season 5, is there anything planned for after season 5?
Yeah, it's funny because all of the broadcasters are asking us, even though season 5 wouldn't even be finished until 2 years from now. We're working on them now, but it won't be all finished until 2 years from now. All of the broadcasters are asking us to do additional seasons 6 and 7. So that would keep us working until 2025 on these shows, and I'm honestly just exhausted saying that.
Brittany would be talking like this.
Wow. If she did, that'd be actually quite interesting. Like an old version of Brittany.
Maybe you can do an episode on that.
We can actually. That's a good idea.
Like a future episode.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, as we get older, it's becoming easier and easier to do.
We eat extremely healthy so that we keep our energy up and to prevent the anti-aging.
Of course, that's always the best thing, to keep yourself a healthy body, healthy mind as well.
No,
right.
Exactly.
Chippy has returned. What did you guys do? Fill me in.
Oh, we talked about so much.
We were recording it, so you'll hear it later on.
Yeah.
Chris, I think we should ask, what's your new favorite character in the show?
That would be Dagus.
Well, I can answer this because Janice and Michael and Vanessa do all the other really fun stuff. But I love, although Miss Kroner and Miss Smith and Miss Miller are not new characters, they are wonderfully entertaining. And Michael is doing a voice in a show called Chosen Chipmunk that's going to be coming up probably a few months from now, of this very funny little frog. And again, Michael is cringing because I'm now complimenting him. And then he feels like I've put the bar too high again. But I can say as someone, because I am the master, and I use that word loosely, of only 3 voices, while these guys, Janice does probably 50 or 60 voices in the show. Michael does a bunch of them, from Cheesy to Officer Dangus, and the the teacher, the drama teacher. I mean, they're just some very funny characters. So there's always new characters and new voices, and it's amazing to me that here in the house where we record the shows, between Janice and Michael, they're come up with such great voices, and Vanessa, our daughter, as you know, does not only the voice of Eleanor, but she also is some of the sort of snotty girls at school, and Neville, which is really funny.
But I do have a fun character coming up. He's a little robot that Simon has invented.
Oh, gosh.
That won't be for you guys. Probably won't see it for a while, but I'm sort of in love with him.
His name is Gizmo. His name is Gizmo, and he is so cute.
That is a brilliant name.
Yeah, no, it's really cute. It's a show called The Littlest Robot that Janice wrote, and it's another really fun show. Guys, we've got time for probably one or two more questions, and then unfortunately, we will have no stories to tell you about if we don't get down and start doing them.
Okay, most important question, Chris.
How old are the chipmunks?
We don't know.
That would be the answer.
Well, that's a great answer.
We don't know either.
In the shows and in the movies, they're adolescents. But clearly in our real-time world, they're 61 years old.
But Theodore's the youngest, even though they've all been born at the same time. But in chipmunk time, 1 minute makes a huge difference. Probably 5 years. But they're like 12. Theodore's more like 7.
Right. That's good. Yeah, I like that.
Are they in high school in the because I know West Eastman High School. So
yes, in the movies they were in high school, and I think in the TV show it certainly feels like whether it's middle school or whatever.
It's your interpretation.
It just seemed like we always sort of keep that vague. It's kind of like, where do the chipmunks live? And it's kind of any town USA is kind of our answer. Although there's going to be snow, not only in the Christmas show, but there will be snow where they live. So it adds a really fun thing. And you guys have got really great episodes coming up. The Chosen Chipmunk is a unbelievable look which we have not done before. So that's always fun. As I mentioned, the Christmas special, which is a 2-part show, is something we're very excited about and has some amazing animation and special effects. Interestingly, the folks that we work with overseas won several animation awards for the work on Alvin and the Chipmunks. And so that was exciting for everyone. And it just really goes to kind of just acknowledge the hard work and the quality that's gone into the show.
Very impressive.
Have you thought about doing an origin story in this?
Yes, we did one in the 80s. But I would like to modify that, and Michael and I have been talking about an origin.
We've actually done 2, as Janice says. One we did in '83 when we were doing the shows for NBC, and then we also did an origin story for the first movie, with Fox. So and they're it's such a fun thing to look at that it's clearly something that I think would be fun to do. It's really just finding the time to kind of do much of anything else. And on that note, guys, I'm so sorry, but we need to get going here, or we're going to have no shows to tell you about soon.
Of course.
It's absolutely fine.
I can't believe I missed the whole thing.
Starting
at 3.
You didn't miss the whole thing, JB. You didn't miss the whole thing.
Yeah, they'll replay it for you because they've got the audio.
And
Hi,
hopefully
Ross. Janice, I love you.
Thank you.
Oh, love you back.
Thank you so much for talking with us again. And this is Melissa again. Nice to talk to you guys again.
How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
Good.
Guys, thank you so much, and we really appreciate. I know it was hard for everyone to kind of get this together, but thanks so much. We really enjoyed it, and
really appreciate your loyalty. We really are. That's everything to us.
Thanks again, guys.
We really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to talk to us.
Absolutely.
Of course. Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
And that brings us to the end of the interview. As you know, we had a lot of information revealed about new episodes and the characters themselves, and a lot of information about the Bagdasarians and the process in which the show is made, which is fantastic. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it around. I'm sure everyone in the fan base is going to want to know about this exclusive interview. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, because we should have more videos like this coming in the future. And as always, thanks for watching.